GoPro.
You're live.
Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Yay. Okay. Hi guys. Thanks so much for coming. Hopefully this talk will give you a good idea of like what the club is, what we do, and you'll have the opportunity to join if you wish. So, meet the committee. I'm Maddie, I'm the president. I joined the club in my first year and I'm in my third year and I've done nearly 200 jumps now.
I'm Seb, I'm the Vice Pres. I've been in the club since first year. I've done over 100 jumps and yeah.
Hi, I'm Kirsty. I'm Gen Sec this year, so signing up to ground schools, all that kind of stuff. Come and talk to me.
I'm Dom, I'm the money man. It's very boring, but I've been in the club since last year, as of about Thursday.
Hi, I'm Abby.
Next Thursday.
Social and welfare. I started in October, done like 150 or so jumps. So, yeah.
Hello, I'm Leo. I'm also social and welfare. If you got any questions or got any requests for socials, it'd be great to hear.
Hi, I'm Harrison. I run all the social media. So whenever you do something cool or interesting, like getting your A license, I'm the one that basically has to show you off. So yeah, it's good fun.
I'm Tom. I manage all our kit. I've been in the club for 2 years now. Done over 100 jumps. Yeah, all that.
Wonderful. So, what do we do? So you may have seen people doing tandem skydives. Some of you may have done a tandem skydive yourself. We don't do that. Tandem skydives are expensive and they get boring after a while. We teach you to become a solo skydiver with your very own A license. So how do we help you do that? We subsidise your jump tickets once you qualify. So they're only £20, which is really cheap. And we also provide top of the range skydiving equipment. So we own 8 club rigs worth about £40,000 altogether, which is pretty cool. And also amazing community of uni skydivers, which is great. So, how do you get started? So when you join the club, there are 2 courses available to get your A licence. They both achieve the exact same thing. There's just differences in like how much they cost and like what the learning style's like. One of them's called AFF and one of them's called the category system. Yeah, we do both of those courses at Skydive Langer, which is the UK's biggest drop zone. It's one of the most popular in Europe and it's only 30 minutes away, so pretty convenient. Yeah.
Yeah, so one of the 2 courses is AFF. You'll see the differences between that and the category systems course. But the main things about this one is from your first jump, you'll go to 14,000 feet and do the whole free fall, whereas in category systems, you start from a lower altitude and work your way up. From AFF, you'll start with 2 instructors who will assist you all the way down. And essentially, as you work through the levels, you'll slowly be given more and more control to get the basic skills up to level 7 when you just have to do 10 consolidation jumps to sort of practice your skills, in which case you will get your A license, which is a license that means you can jump anywhere in the world and jump with your mates, as we said, for £20. But we'll talk more about what you can do with that later.
So as Seb said, category systems is basically the opposite. We start you off as low as we can go, and we'll send you out on your solo jump from jump 1. So as you work up the levels in that, you go up in altitude, and you learn new skills all throughout the sky and stuff. The end result is still the same as AFF. You still get your A license. You still become a solo skydiver. It's by far more accessible to students. It's a lot cheaper, but in general, it takes a bit longer to get your license.
Yeah, it's a little different. You kind of start.
It's a little different.
So when you start at lower altitude, you kind of jump out like the army when you have a parachute come out straight away. And it's all about learning that body position from the get-go, whereas AFF, it's quite direct, like you are skydiving from your first jump. I think the main difference is by jump 7 of AFF, you pretty much know how to skydive. You know how to turn, you know how to do a backflip, you know how to make forwards movement across the sky. So basically all the main skills you get by jump 7, whereas category system, it'll take you a little bit longer. But again, they both achieve the exact same thing, it's just different time frames on the things.
So for your first jump, what happens is we run ground schools, and so we will take you to the drop zone in the morning, and if you do category systems, it's likely to be a weekend. So you have a day in the classroom where you learn everything you need to know, how to fly a parachute, all the safety stuff, all that kind of stuff, and everyone looks after you. And then as soon as the next day, if the weather allows, you can be jumping out of a plane. And that's really cool. Yeah.
It's worth mentioning as well, like the first jump is obviously expensive, but it gets cheaper. So if you do category system, you can jump again, like on day 2 of your skydiving journey for like 40 quid, which is pretty good. Yeah. So once you've done your whole course and you've done minimum of 18 jumps and you get your A license, there's a whole world to explore. So yeah, jump tickets obviously get a whole lot cheaper, only £20 because we subsidise them for you as a uni club, and you get to use our wonderful rigs. We hire them out for a really small fee and it pays for itself within a few jumps. That's pretty cool. There's also a load of different disciplines you can get involved in. I'll let Kirsty talk about formation skydiving because she's kind of a pro at it, and Abby.
Well,
and Dom,
yeah.
sorry.
So
Again.
one of the most accessible things to do once you've got your A license is formation skydiving. So you learn to jump with your friends, and so we, Dom, Abby, and I, we all joined this year, but we formed a FS team called the Knots Noodles, and we're not very good, but we have a lot of fun. We did a national competition at the end of August this year, and it was amazing, and it was just a really good time, and it's a really good discipline to get into because it's like the basis of a lot of things, and it's really fun.
Yeah, it's also like compared to like mainstream sports where you have to be a certain level of good to compete in it, you can be absolutely rubbish and still compete nationally. I'm joking though, you guys they're doing so well. But yeah, FS is just one of them. There's also what was I going to say, like canopy stuff you can do, so like flying parachutes close together, that's quite fun. Wingsuiting, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen online, it's pretty sick. And also free flying, which is kind of like gymnastics in the sky. I think it's awesome. Yeah, and that's our ex-president and our ex-vice president, and they have a team called Crocs and Docks. They free fly in the national competition. It's pretty cool. Yeah. We also do indoor skydiving.
We do indoor skydiving as well. So outdoor skydiving is very fun, but sometimes things like the weather and the ground stop us from doing it as much as we want to. But if you want to get a lot of training in, we do indoor skydiving. So it's a big cylinder where the air comes up from the bottom to simulate freefall. So if you ever want to work on your skills, it can be a really good way to work on either your stability or the formation skydiving, so flying your body relative to other people, and then even the free flying, so doing different orientations. We run tunnel trips. We're going to try and do them once a term, and they're a great way for people to learn, regardless of what stage of your skydiving career you're in. Yeah.
We also occasionally go international to do tunnel because energy prices in the UK are a bit shocking. So yeah, it was this year. This year we went to Finland to do some indoor skydiving, and it was awesome. Yeah. We also run a ton of socials.
Socials. We like to have a mix of drinking and non-drinking socials. So, for example, this term we're going bowling, ice skating. We do a lot of welfare stuff, so we go for walks out in the park and stuff. But yeah, we do pub trips all the time, but they're quite impromptu. Like we don't really plan those. We just go out as friends, and it's good fun. It's good fun. I'd like to see that.
On top of socials, at the drop zone we also have a bar run by me, and like throughout the year we have things called boogies, which are like essentially big skydiving festivals. We all come together, we jump loads, we drink loads, we have so much fun.
And jump hungover the next day.
We don't.
No, that's not.
But there's such fun coming along. We've got bonfire night coming up soon, so if you do your ground school around then, you will be there for the bonfire party,
Bonfire night
which
is
will
sick.
be fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's a super. Skydivers are very social people, and our lovely social sex do a whole mix of stuff, official and unofficial. So stick around for that.
So BUS is basically a group of different university clubs. So as Nottingham Skydiving, we're not the only university clubs. We are closely related with York, with Leeds, and we meet up with these guys. There aren't that many drop zones around, so we often see each other when we go to other drop zones. Langer is one of the most popular in the UK, if not the most popular. So a lot of people come there for events, and as Bus, we run events that try and mingle the different university clubs, including the international trip which we do. So this year we went to Italy, the year before we went to Denmark. This year we're going to somewhere that will
Not
be
released
revealed
yet.
soon. But there is a much larger community, so it's not only us, and once you get your A licence, you can come along to, and even before, come to loads of events, and it's a bit of a blast. Again, it's more university guys jumping out of planes and then occasionally hanging out at the bar.
And it's warm. It's so nice when you jump in a hot country.
Oh,
it's
God, yeah.
lovely. Anyway.
Yeah, so some boring stuff to go through. Skydive Langer requires a good level of understanding of English. This is purely a safety thing. If your level of English is not high enough, it won't be safe, as you need to be able to understand an instructor in an emergency situation. There's also a weight limit. The weight limit is 101 kilos fully clothed, so like as you are now.
That doesn't include your parachute, by the way,
Yeah.
which will add quite a lot more.
Yeah. If you have any questions about those, please come and chat to us. It's also weirdly flexible skydiving. Like if you have a disability or some sort of impairment, it sometimes doesn't matter.
Quite often, yeah.
Yeah, so we've got deaf skydivers, there's skydivers with like missing limbs, there's loads of sort of ways around. Skydiving's very, very inclusive, it's very good. But if you have any questions about any T's and C's, just come chat to us. So which course should you choose? There's no right answer. They both achieve the same thing, there's just differences in prices. AFF is an easier course to get through quickly. Category system takes longer to pass. We've all done a mix. Seb and Dom passed through AFF. The rest of us did the category system. Both are great. If you have any questions about that, again, just come and chat to us. They're both good. So these are the course dates. So when you sign up to a ground school, you just have to commit to one of these dates, and that's your classroom training. After that, it is completely up to you when you jump. We recommend you jump the next day, if possible. A lot of people are only free at weekends, so just come back at the weekend. But yeah, you've got to commit to one of those and then jump whenever the weather's good. And we arrange transport and everything for you, so it's very easy to come and skydive.
Should we explain a bit more about how ground schools work?
We did,
But like,
I think.
in terms of camping and that stuff?
And that's later.
Later?
As in, like, that's kind of a once you signed up problem.
Okay.
Like, if the weather's good, we have camping equipment for you to use, and you can stay over and jump the next day. Kind of saves going all the way back. And
There's
also-
no requirement to stay over. If it's
Yeah.
horrendously cold and terrible weather, we will drive you back.
But
Mainly 'cause
sometimes
we won't
we
want
want
to
to
stay
drink
up.
at the bar.
Sometimes
you
we
can't
will
drive home.
Well, I work there, so I can't drop you there.
Like, we organise transport for ground
Yeah.
schools, so that's all included in the price. So yeah, just to recap on prices, I want to clarify, you don't need the sport and fitness membership to do skydiving. We don't use any facilities of David Ross. All you need is student membership, which kind of covers the cost of running the club, and then the prices for category system and AFF are displayed there. It's all pay as you go. You have the choice to, once you do your first jump of AFF, you can upgrade to the full course and it will give you a discount, but you can pay as you go the whole way through as well. Category system, again, your first jump is the expensive one, and then training jumps are only £42.50.
Until you get your A licence. At which
And you get £20
yeah,
jump
£20
tickets,
jump.
which is not bad. And for reference, a tandem jump is £260 plus £85 for the video. Video is included in your training, so it's comparatively somewhat on the cheap side. But yeah.
It's by far better value than doing 18 tandems, so you might as well just go skydiving.
Oh yeah. That's really good fun.
Any questions?
Thank you so much for listening. Any questions, please raise your hands.